everyone doing? Peace and blessings. What is happening? Hope everybody's having a beautiful day. One second here. What's happening, everybody? Peace and blessings to everyone. If this is your first time on this channel, make sure you hit that like button and make sure you subscribe to this channel. I appreciate it. It will help the algorithm very much. Mr. Marcus, how are you doing, sir? Marcus, I tell you, brother, I can always depend on you being here. Always, man. Yeah, man, we got some heavy stuff to talk about tonight. I hope people show up tonight. Let me see how many on. Okay, we got 4 people on. Hey, what's up? What's up? What's up, Mr. One? You all right? What's up? What's up? Man, we got some things to talk about tonight. I got some things we need to talk about tonight. Let me see how many people we got in so far. We still got 3 people. I'm waiting for more people to come in. Just a little bit. I'm doing pretty good, man. I just got back from work, just a little tired, but I'm doing okay, man. I'm just trying to hold it down. That's all I'm trying to do, just trying to hold it down. How was everybody Valentine's Day yesterday? Happy Valentine's to all the females that's on this live chat. Thank you very much. Thank you very much for the gift again, Mr. Marcus. Thank you very much. Thank you very much for the gifts, man. I appreciate it. Thank you. Thank you, sir. Thank you very much, sir. Because of you, Marcus, I keep coming on here, man. I keep coming here. I keep coming on here, man. Just because of you. Thank you so much, man, for that gesture there, brother. Let me see, we got 3 people on so far. I'm just going to wait just a little bit till a few more people come in. And then we can get started. There's a lot of stuff I want to talk about tonight, man. Yeah, especially about the Jeffrey Epstein stuff, man. I got some stuff for y'all, man. Oh, my God, this guy, man. Whew. Oh, my God. Oh, my God. There's more stuff being revealed on the Epstein files. Some very serious stuff, and you guys are going to hear from me. You know, let me see how many people on so far. Okay, we got 7 people on, so I'm going to jump right into it, okay? So make sure y'all hit that like button. Make sure you subscribe to my channel. I appreciate it. Thank you. Yes, I always compete. You know, when you doing YouTube is not easy. I tell you, because you're always competing against, bigger channels. You're always competing against what's on TV. I know everybody probably watching the All-Star game. But neither rain, sleet, or snow, you got to keep on pumping out the information. Hey, what's up? The process, the journey. What's up, Chris? What's up, man? How you doing, sir? Okay, I'm going to jump right into this information I got here. Let me tell you this. That's something I want to talk to you guys about. I watched let me see, can I get a shout out? My name is Tony. What's up, Tony? Hit the like button and subscribe, brother, to the channel. I really appreciate it. It will help me out a lot, man. It will help me out a lot. All right, the first thing I just want to talk about, I'm going to be honest with you, man. I just watched a video about deportation. Man, let me tell you something, man. There are hundreds and thousands of people who are being deported out of this country. When he talked about the mass deportation, he was not playing around. It was so sad, man. I've been hearing some stories, some really tragic stories of people being deported, man. I'm talking about, I'm gonna hear some really tragic stories, man. Um, can you imagine? Let me ask you guys a question. Can you imagine being deported to a country that you know absolutely nothing about? You don't know the language, you don't know nothing. I'm talking about to a very poor and dangerous countries. It's horrible, man. I listened to this lady, man. Nothing against Haiti, anything like that, but she got deported to Haiti. And she was in this country like 25, 30 years. And she said when she got deported to Haiti, when she left the airport, soon as she said she walked outside, she could just smell the stench. You know what I'm saying? And she said she just saw the garbage and everything. She said she nearly lost her freaking mind. And just imagine this, okay? Think about this for a minute. I live in this apartment. I have a kitchen, I have a bedroom, and I have a bathroom to take a shower, use the toilet, and be able to use the faucet to brush my teeth. Just imagine being somewhere where you have no running water, you have no toilet, and you have no bedroom, just living in a hole in the ground. Can you imagine that? Can you imagine? She said that she had to go outside, which she had to do number one and number two. And just think about this: you have no refrigerators or anything. Everything has been taken away from you. I'm talking about even worse than Barranquilla, Chris. Yeah, it's deep. Deportation is deep. And then I seen another story. A woman was on her way to pick up her kids, and she got pulled over and detained by ICE, sent to detention. This woman has 5 kids. And after they sent her to detention, they deported her to Laos. Yeah, a lot of these people have been in the USA. I mean, we're not talking about people that been here, just got here like a few months ago and then stayed long, they overstayed their visa. These are people that have been here since they were kids. They've been here since they were kids. And they shifted away to a different country where they have absolutely no knowledge of and no nothing. So the woman that got deported to Laos, she said she totally does not understand the language at all. She does not understand the environment, and she's separated from her kids. So I'm just telling you, deportation is sad, man. It's really bad. My heart goes out to everybody that's being deported, man, because you know what was really crazy about this whole thing about deportation is that everybody that came over here their great grandparents were immigrants. The only people that wasn't immigrants are foundational Black Americans, which we came over here in ships and chains. And you got the indigenous people that already were here before everybody else got here. But everybody else came from immigrants. They're great-great-grandparents. They came from Europe. They came from over here. They came over here as an immigrant. Let me see. Say, no, Tony, don't conflate because they are illegal. Yeah, I know that. I know that they are. I do understand they're being here illegally, but what I'm trying to tell you is that when your whole entire life is turned upside down, when your whole life is turned upside down, when you separate from your kids, your parents, your family, and go to a place that you have no, don't know, don't know nothing about, it's rude. It's a rude awakening. No, I know that we do have illegal immigration here, but I'm talking about it just for a moment. Just for a moment. I'm just saying. I'm not saying let people just flood into to the country, but what I'm doing is I'm just giving the truth, man. And most of you are probably not even going to understand what I'm talking about. Let me see. Black American FBI should stay out of ICE immigration stuff. Yeah, they should. Yeah. But we are not even the largest minority anymore. Yeah, I understand. Immigration is not a right. Absolutely. You can't deport people where they don't know the country, you know, your age. Yeah, well, not. See, what I'm telling, Mr. Z, what I'm saying is, I understand what you're saying, but what I'm saying is you got people that will never see their family again. Think about that for a minute, bro. Think about being left in an environment that you have absolutely nothing, don't know nothing about. There was one lady that was deported, and as soon as she got to the place where she was going, she was raped over and over again. That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. Just imagine. Okay, what I'm trying to say is, just imagine your parents. Okay, brought you over here at 5 years old. 5 years old, but you think everything is okay. But they didn't tell you that they brought you. Sometimes, you come over here at such an early age that you don't remember even coming over here. Only thing you remember is just being in America. There's very little stuff I remember at 5 years old. Should the parents know better? Yeah, they should, but they don't. And some people don't even know their parents. Some people just brought over here and their parents disappeared. Right, I believe that there are exceptions to the rule. Just imagine you have kids over here and you were the breadwinner for those kids, and you are taken away and put in a country that you know absolutely nothing. That's the part I'm talking about. Now, if you got people over here that got visas, you know what I'm saying, that overstayed their visas, being deported, then I understand that. I understand they should, it won't be such a rude awakening to them. Can you imagine not being able to get toilet paper? Can you imagine that? There are some places don't even have toilet paper. They don't even have bathrooms. Imagine that. Just imagine being in this environment. Think about it. Just imagine being in this environment in America. You're living in a home, you got bathrooms, you got food, you got refrigerators, you got air conditioning, and you go somewhere, you have absolutely nothing. Think about that. say my family has been in the USA since in the 1850s per my ancestry DNA. Yes, sir. Yes. For X2 rappers, Ludacris and let me see, Jay-Z are not from Atlanta. They say they're from Atlanta because they moved there 2 or 3 years ago. They were born in the Carolinas. Okay. At 2 or 3 years old, you don't remember anything about where you were born. That's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about. There was a girl, and this was sad. This is real sad. There was a girl that was at her commencement exercise. She was at her college commencement exercise, getting ready to walk across the stage to get her degree. And guess what happened? Before she was able to get the degree, walk across the stage, she was detained by ICE. She was taken to a holding facility and she was deported. Just like that. And she's another one that was here since she was a child. Parents brought her over. But she was in the country illegally. Even though you come here, if you still came here as a child and you didn't go through the right proceedings of being here, then you are subject to deportation. So that's all I'm saying about the deportation, man. Okay, we got some other stuff to talk about tonight. I'm getting some problems coming out of Colombia again. Okay? I'm hearing some bad things coming out of Colombia. Some really serious things, man. There was another fight at Club Delirium in Cartagena a few days ago. And what's so sad about it is that these brothers were fighting over working girls. They were fighting over working girls. It was a big fight. And this is not the first time that this has happened. I don't understand, why do you feel that these women belong to you? They don't belong to anybody. And they don't love you. But you still have people go over there and they just act a fool. I think it's very embarrassing. I think it's very embarrassing to be over there fighting over working girls. Right, they're not right, absolutely. They're not a piece of property. So what's gonna happen is you're gonna fight over a girl, they're gonna throw you in jail, and they're probably gonna revoke your passport that you won't be able to visit the country anymore. And it really makes us look so bad. It makes foreigners look so bad. It makes foreigners look so bad. So bad. Okay, and I have some more news, disturbing news coming out of Colombia. You're not going to believe this, guys. You're not going to believe this. I want y'all to hear this. Hold on one second. Just 1 second. Okay, I want y'all to hear this. Oh, come on. What's going on here? Okay. Wait a minute, hold on 1 second, guys. I want y'all to hear this. Just trying to get it together here so y'all can hear it.
Going to keep you out of jail for 6 years because you didn't know. Yo, what up, people? It's your boy Chill Capo. I'm about to put y'all on some game that's going to keep you out of jail for 6 years because you didn't know you can't post the nudes in the group chat. Do I got your attention? Let's go. Here in Colombia, if you post somebody without their permission, whether it's nude images, whether it's closed images, it doesn't matter. You can be punished by jail time or a severe fine. WhatsApp, Instagram, TikTok, group chats can be used as evidence against you in the court of law in Colombia. Even just spreading a rumor about somebody on the internet in Colombia is illegal. Talking about somebody with the intent of damaging their reputation or affecting their business or accusing them of a crime that you cannot prove is punishable by jail times or major fines. You can have the police called on you for talking shit about somebody online in Colombia. Posting videos, photos, images of sexual encounters with women that you sleep with in Colombia will get you 6 years in jail. It's not worth it. If you want to do some freaky shit, tell the girl up front, I want to do some freaky shit. I like to film. Is it okay with you? If she says it's okay, a lot of the girls in Colombia don't mind being filmed. A lot of them do cams and do sexual content anyway, so they're already comfortable with that. So just be upfront with the women and let them know, hey, I'm a freaky nigga. I like to film. It's just what I do. I do sexual content. Are you okay with it? 9 times out of 10, if she's with it, she's going to be okay with it too. But if she is not, you need to avoid that situation totally. Even if it's a situation where the woman sent you nudes, you are not allowed to post that content publicly, even though she sent you the content. Legally, you will still be held liable for releasing that content without her permission. Keep the news to yourself, save it in the hidden folder, do what you gotta do, but whatever you do, don't leak the nudes to anybody or you will go to jail. I had a friend reach out to me in Cartagena, said that the police were outside his Airbnb looking for him because he uploaded public nude images of the girl that he spent the last night with. At the bare minimum, make a close friends that's only with your closest people and people that you trust. Don't include local women in the close friends. Obviously, these women all know each other. If you got sucker-ass homeboys that's in your close friends, they're going to screenshot, leak the information. They're going to send it to the girl because they tender about the girl. They really got feelings for the girl. Send this video to the group chat. Let everybody know before the trip. If you're planning on doing some freaky shit, keep it to yourself. If you don't have any real ones in your group chat, keep it to yourself. I'm your boy Chill Capo. I'm here giving you this free game about Colombia. Make sure you get home safe and avoid all the bullshit and problems that can happen out here because you didn't know the law in Colombia. I got you.
Ain't that crazy? You got guys taping themselves with working girls in Colombia. Oh my God. I tell you, man. I don't get it, man. There are people down there that's giving us a very bad reputation. What would make you do something like that? Why would you want to tape yourself, record yourself with a working girl, and then post it everywhere? So Colombia had to come out with another law. They had to come out with another law stating that if they catch you doing that, making videos with these females and posting it, they would give you 6 to 7 years in prison, in a jail. If they check your phone, let me tell you something. If they check your phone and they see that you got videos and stuff like that, they might take you to jail. This is really stupid, man. People, I tell you, people, it just seems like people just don't got common sense. You're taping yourself making adult movies with working girls. And not only are you making adult films, but you're showing it to everybody. But why would you film that? Hold on for a minute. I gotta get something to drink, man. Oh boy. Oh boy. That's why they hate us so much. That's why they don't want us down there. That's why they're turning people away at the airport and looking at people's phones and all this type of stuff. You just bring in really just, oh man. Well, they're saying if they catch you doing it, they say they're gonna put you in jail for it. They're gonna arrest you. You got people down there fighting over working girls. And you got people down there that are taping themselves with these girls. They thought, people, Marcus, why would they want to film it for? Why would you film that? Why? For what reason? And you're not even keeping it to yourself. Let me read some of these comments. Let me see. Let me see. I find it crazy because these guys they get mad at American women exposing their sex life. Yep, they have no problem exposing themselves. Well, that's the reason why they don't have any respect for us anymore. They have absolutely no respect for us anymore. Yep, filming. She sure did. Easy. Sure did. Yep, that's what got the guy arrested in Brazil. You just got people you got these bros that's going to these countries and they just and the same thing is happening in Thailand too. It's happening like everywhere. We're making it very difficult for people like myself and people like you all, if you all want to go travel to these places. You know, it's like you put a target on everybody's back when you do things like that. But they are saying that if they catch you, you're going to jail. And guess what? I'm still seeing people posting sexually explicit material on Facebook, on Instagram, maybe a little bit on YouTube. And they don't understand when they go to immigration and they've been turned away, no entry, is because they're looking at what you're putting on your page. And I look at some of these, some of this content, and I tell you, I mean, they always got some girl or something that, this one guy, I'm not going to mention his name, but every video he makes, when he makes thumbnails, he's all up under some female or something. And when they see that, they say, okay, we know what you're coming down here for. We're going to put you on the list, deny you entry. See, they know there's a lot of freaks out there. And they know they would pay for that. Yep. But why would you record yourself and then you put it on your WhatsApp? You upload it to a WhatsApp group. I'm sorry. And then that girl gets angry. She knows that her picture is being put up into a WhatsApp group. So Colombia has made another law saying that if you do these type of things, you will get arrested. So just letting you know what's going on, guys. Let's see what else. Hope I didn't miss anybody. What's up, Joe? What's up, man? How are you doing, sir? Hope you had a happy weekend, Joe. It's always good talking to you, Joe. What's happening, brother? Josh, what's up? What's up, brother? Here's a salute to you, bro. I'm glad to see you all again. Glad to see y'all, man. I hope you guys had a wonderful, wonderful Valentine's Day. Hope y'all's with y'all sweeties. Tell me what did you guys do for Valentine's Day? What did you guys do before we get into the Epstein files? Did y'all go out to dinner? Did anybody have a date? Let me see. Marcus said, the Colombians, no respect, should be aimed at who doesn't respect it. Because they're cracking down. The Colombian immigration, they are cracking down. They are trying to get rid of these type of people that's bringing this type of garbage to their country. Right. I got a friend that moved down to Colombia recently, and he said that the dating scene is kind of messed up right now. From passport bros. Yep. I told y'all there are people who are really messing up the game. They're really messing up the game. Every time I get on Instagram, there's people posting stuff, them in the hot tub. They got 3 or 4 girls like this, you know what I'm saying? With the champagne bottles and all this stuff. But people just don't want to keep things to themselves. They expect they want the whole world to see what they're doing. They bragging on what they're doing. Even making adult films with working girls. That is stupid. That is dumb. Taping yourself, you putting cameras, taping yourself, doing stuff with a working girl and posting it on WhatsApp groups. So the chicas had to rebel and go to law enforcement and tell them what you are doing. I'm going to play this one more time. Joseph, I want you to hear this.
Yo, what up, people? It's your boy Chill Capo. I'm about to put y'all on some game that's gonna keep you out of jail for 6 years because you didn't know you can't post the nudes in the group chat. But do I got your attention? Let's go. Here in Colombia, if you post somebody without their permission, whether it's nude images, whether it's closed images, it doesn't matter. You can be punished by jail time or a severe fine. WhatsApp, Instagram, TikTok, group chats can be used as evidence against you in the court of law in Colombia. Even just spreading a rumor about somebody on the internet in Colombia is illegal. Talking about somebody with the intent of damaging their reputation or affecting their business or accusing them of a crime that you cannot prove is punishable by jail times or major fines. You can have the police called on you for talking shit about somebody online in Colombia. Posting videos, photos, images of sexual encounters with women that you sleep with in Colombia will get you 6 years in jail. It's not worth it. If you want to do some freaky shit, tell the girl up front, I want to do some freaky shit. I like to film. Is it okay with you? If she says it's okay, a lot of the girls in Colombia don't mind being filmed. A lot of them do cams and do sexual content anyway, so they're already...
But that doesn't mean that you should do that. Just because they don't mind being filmed doesn't mean that you should be doing the filming. Because the only thing that does, it makes it bad for tourists like me and tourists like you that want to go there, and they can turn around and deny you entry. And they're doing it too. They're turning a lot of, they're even turning women away. It's getting so bad down there. And then when they turn you away, they expect for you to pay for your own way back home. Come on. Come on. Use some common sense. Why does it seem like everybody have to brag on what they're doing? You know, they be parading these girls around, trophying these women around. I mean, for what? I don't want to get turned away either. They might turn me away. It's possible. That would be different. I know y'all probably said, well, there's other places to go. You can go to Mexico. You can go to Costa Rica. You could go to Panama. You don't need to go to Colombia. I love Colombia. Colombia is my second home. I don't want to get turned away either. That's my sanctuary. It took me years to get the confidence that the people have in me when I go down there. And when I go down there, they make sure that I am properly taken care of every single time. It's a very special place. The resort that I stay at, man, they wait on me like a king. They treat me like a king. Wherever I want, they get it. Wherever I want to go, they take me. Wherever I have a taste to eat, if I want barbecue ribs, they have that for me. My favorite food they make for me, they know that I like it. It's called the crispy hamburger. The crispy chicken hamburger. Man, this thing is so good, man. The sandwiches, the meat is very crispy, and they put all these vegetables and stuff on. They make it in a certain way for me, and they give me the French fries that goes with it, the Papas Fritas, Francesco soda. They put it in a cold glass for me. They take good care of me, man. I don't want to lose that. And then my friends like Barbie. Hopefully, my next trip should be coming up pretty soon. I want to go and I'm gonna make it down there in May. I gotta see Cookie again. I'm going back down there in May to see Cookie, and I'm gonna try to see if I can meet Barbie also. But Kathy, she's there. I mean, I got some really good friends down there, and they really show me a wonderful time. Wonderful time. They always take good care of me. Always. And for me to go down there and I find out that there is a alert on my passport that I've been denied entry would be completely devastating for me. It would be. And all of this will be based on what other people are doing. Let's see. Will you ever meet up with your subscribers? Yeah, I meet my subscribers in Colombia. Yes, I do have subscribers that look. I got. Matter of fact, I'm gonna be honest with you. 20%. No, about 20% of all the subscribers I have are Colombian. 20% of everybody that's on my live that's subscribed to my channel are Colombians. They be watching me, believe me, they do. Yeah, the passport, bro, they destroyed everything, man. And you know what? Thailand is starting to get really bad now, I heard. Because people don't know how to act. They fight. They be fighting down there, getting into fights. Guys be disrespecting the girls. This one female, she told me that. She said, this is what she said. She's a working girl. I have friends, let me tell you something. I have friends down there who are working girls. Some of them are. But they have a lot of respect for me. One of my friends, she came by. And we sat down, we used it. And matter of fact, I haven't seen her. I hope nothing bad has happened to her because she disappeared. Her social media account is gone. Her TikTok, WhatsApp, Facebook, Instagram, everything is gone. I have no idea what had happened to her. I pray nothing bad has happened to her. She was a very nice young lady. Her name was Maria. And Maria would come by and we'd sit on the patio. Beautiful day in Medellin, beautiful night. Weather 75, 77 degrees. And we're sitting there, we have a little bottle of champagne on the table. We're sitting there, we're just talking. And she would tell me some stories, man, about some of these foreigners. She said what they do is Yeah, the blonde in the elevator. Yeah, the blonde in the elevator. Yep, that's the one. The blonde, yes. The blonde, yes. She was one of the nicest girls I ever met, man. Very nice person. She said that foreigners will have her to come and to perform and wouldn't pay her. Say that she's ugly and she's too fat. I was like, really? And they just complain. Some of it they just complain about how they try to get away with, not doing what they're supposed to do. It's horrible, man. That's why you be hearing these stories about people getting unalived, getting beat to death, because some people just don't want to pay, and they try to get away with stuff. Let me see what that happened. Okay. Yeah, it's a violation, absolutely. Yep, it's a violation. And these are the type of things I keep hearing over and over and over and over again about the bad foreigners that are going down there and making it bad for the rest of the good people. I mean, one of the complaints I hear that they say that a lot of some of these content creators don't talk about the actual culture of. You're not really in love with the culture of the country. You don't go to the castle, you don't go to the botanical gardens, you don't go to the Botero, you don't go to the banana plantations, the coffee plantations. Nobody talks about that on their videos. There's a few people that do it. Life with David, he does a good job with that. I give him prompts. Life with David, he does a good job. And Kari HQ, he does a lot of good Colombian content, He does a lot of good Colombian content. And he shows the positive things about the country. Instead of always talking about the girls, about how many girls that you smash and what club you at and all that type of stuff. Yeah, they try to cheat her out of her money. Yep, that's right. Yep. It's sad, man. Yep, they violated him. Yep. It's sad, man. Yeah, you're setting yourself up. You're right. You're absolutely right, Marcus. You are setting yourself up. Yep, absolutely. You are setting yourself up. Get some more water. Be right back. Let's see. Yep, it's a violation. Total violation. Taking pictures of yourself with working girls is a violation. Let's see what else. Yeah, cheater out of money. Let me see what else going on. Let's see. Okay, we're going to get into the Jeffrey Epstein now. Now, you're talking about somebody who's really, really, that have disrespected women. Man, I'm finding out some stuff about Jeffrey Epstein. You talk about violations. The more I look into the Epstein files, the more I see how bad things are. How really bad that Jeff Epstein really was. But something I want to tell you. They're still making a big deal out of Bad Bunny's halftime performance at the Super Bowl, which I don't understand. And you know what's really even more crazy about this? The people want him investigated. They want Bad Bunny investigated. For what? I have never seen such racism in my life. And the people who are making the allegations against him don't even know Spanish. Yes, Puerto Rico is part of the USA. They're making accusations that he was saying things that was inappropriate for a Super Bowl and for broadcasting. But the people who are making the accusations and the allegations don't even know Spanish. Because the whole halftime was all in Spanish. So things are getting so bad for him. Let me tell you what's happening. Things are getting so bad for Bad Bunny that he took his Instagram page down because he was getting lots and lots of threats. He was getting a lot of threats. And you know what? I did not know that he had a bulletproof vest on while he was performing in the halftime show in the Super Bowl. But what I got out of let me tell you this, what I got out of the halftime performance is that, like, it seemed like to me that he was bringing everybody together. He was bringing everyone together. He had the American flag. He had the American flag, the Puerto Rican flag, Nicaragua, Colombia, Cuba, everybody. And he was saying that everybody has a voice. and the Spanish flag. Yes. This is what he said. I'm going to let you guys listen to what he said. Hold on one second. This is what Bad Bunny said. This is how he feels about all these allegations they have against him. Let me go to the. I'm sorry, guys. I know I've been getting up a lot, but I just got back from work. Let me go to the bathroom. We're gonna play this. I'm gonna play this video for y'all. What Bad Bunny said. Hold on one second. Okay. Let me see. To me, people got 5 people. Okay, I'm back, y'all. You see, you have to sometimes branch out to places that are less touristy. Most of these places in Colombia, and Colombia is mostly European culture. Yeah, that's true. You're absolutely right, Chris. This is what Bad Bunny said.
The moment the Super Bowl ended, I became a target that could be shot at any time. After the performance, my social media accounts were flooded with overwhelming malice. Some words were ice cold and carried threatening undertones, making me seriously realize for the first time outside the stage, I also need to protect myself. Clearing my account wasn't impulsive. It was an act of self-preservation I felt forced into. I deleted rehearsal and behind-the-scenes content because any detail could be magnified, twisted, or even turned into a weapon against me. I shut down interactions not to escape voices, but to refuse to let hatred keep draining me. To be honest, I'm not afraid to express myself, but I'm not made of steel either. I had to take a step back and let the storm settle. This isn't about bowing to anyone. It's about reminding myself that while the stage belongs to me, safety matters too. I'm still standing here. I haven't gone silent, and I won't be pushed away. I'll keep singing, expressing myself, and standing in the light, because what brought me this far was never just applause. Long live Puerto Rico.
That is Bad Bunny. That's what he said that he's been going through since the performance at the Super Bowl halftime. But what's so bad about it, what's so sad, is that nobody has been arrested for the Epstein files. When you hear about some of the things that these women been through, and the type of things that he has gotten away with, that he's done, it's very sickening. It's very sickening. So instead of investigating him, I think we have more priority things that needs to be investigated. I got a tape of a young lady that was traumatized by Jeffrey Epstein. I just want to warn y'all, viewer discretion is advised. Okay? This woman says she met Jeffrey Epstein when she was 15. I'm waiting for them to start making mass arrests on the people who's responsible for this type of behavior. I just want to warn, viewer discretion is advice. This particular video might be demonetized. I hope not, but it might be. You say, I never looked at those files. I think the president uses those files to keep leverage over his foes. Yeah, I believe you too.
Oh my gosh, I was 14 years old. Like, what the hell do you know when you're that young?
Jennifer Arose grew up in New York with dreams of becoming a Broadway actress. She was thrilled when she was accepted to a performing arts high school in the city. And it was outside that school back in 2001, she says, a woman first approached her.
She was definitely trying to get to know me, trying to find out, where I was from, where I grew up, who I lived with.
Arose says the woman kept showing up, talking to her, sometimes offering to buy her lunch or a soda. The first time she brought up the name Jeffrey Epstein, how did she describe him to you?
He was just a great guy. He's just saying, he's helped me. I've struggled. She was similar to me.
Did she say he could help you with your career?
That was a big part of it.
And when you think of her now, you used the phrase, you said the recruiter. You felt like she was looking for someone for him.
100%, yeah.
Arose says the recruiter brought her to Epstein's townhouse, just blocks from the school. When you first met him, what did you think?
And you know what? What I'm finding out is that he done this to hundreds of women. These are just handfuls of women that are reporting allegations against Jeffrey Epstein. But the rabbit hole goes way deep on the stuff this man did. Like I said, viewer discretion is advice.
What did he say?
Very nice. Basically saying that, he's heard a lot about me. The recruiter was talking such nice things.
Arose says she was served wine in Epstein's kitchen, and they talked. When she left, she says she was given $300 and was repeatedly invited back.
The secretary would contact me
and say,
are you free? Can you come by? Epstein would like to see you.
She became familiar with the eccentricities inside Epstein's home.
There was a lot of artwork that had insinuated nudity with women, and I remember
suggestive.
Very suggestive. He had a bathtub that was kind of opened, and there was prosthetic breasts that he could play with while he was taking a bath, I guess. It was very odd. And the painting that was literally right neck, the massage table would be here, and this painting would be right here.
They worried about Bad Bunny, and here's a woman that has been taken advantage of and stripped of her dignity. Let me read some of these comments. I'm sorry. Hold on one second. Sometimes the president, okay, we did that one. I never looked into those files. Okay, we did look at that one. Unless there are actual arrests from these files, it's just a big distraction of terms of the average everyday man. Yep, yes it is. Yes it is. But they keep talking about Bad Bunny. That's what I don't understand. They're ready to investigate Bad Bunny, but you have multiple allegations. A group of women, more than a group of women. Women are coming out talking about what this man has done. And the people that was involved in it needs to be brought to justice.
And it was a very pretty naked woman, and he used to always say that I look like her.
She says after a few weeks of visits, she was escorted alone to what she says Epstein called his favorite room in the house, the massage room, and things turned physical. In that moment, it didn't.
At that moment, yes.
Strange to you.
But at the same time, I was scared too because I didn't know if he would get angry, so I kind of just followed. I would have just my underwear on because that's how he liked it. So, and I would just get massages back, and then he would potentially later on turn over and play with himself. And he would also like when I would play with his nipples. He used to get turned on by that. And then he would finish himself off, and then that would be the end of it. And he would still give me the 300, you know, and normally I would either get it from the secretary, would leave it in a drawer in the massage room.
How often do you think
It was
you
like
were there?
Yeah, like once a week, twice a week, my freshman year.
Did you ever tell him your age?
I told the recruiter, I've mentioned it in front of him, yes.
You're 14 years old.
Yeah, he knew very well my age. He knew exactly, you know, who he was hanging out with, you know. I don't think he cared.
When Rose turned 15, she says things took a turn.
You know, just take your underwear off and get on top. And I said I didn't want to. And he, you know, very forcefully kind of brought me to the table, and I just did what he told me to do. I was really scared. I didn't necessarily think that he was, you know, going to rape me.
Did he hold you there?
Yeah.
No question in your mind. He knew you did not want that to happen.
Oh, yeah. No, he definitely, yeah.
The people involved in this should be brought to justice. This is horrible. And poor young lady. This is horrible. And they worried about Bad Bunny? Super Bowl performance? And she's just one voice. There are multiple women that got allegations against other people that was involved with Jeffrey Epstein. This is sad. And I pray that these women get justice, man. I do. Because let me ask you guys a question. All of y'all that's on here. What if that was your sister? Your cousin? Your mom? Your daughter? How would you feel? How would you feel? I couldn't imagine that was my daughter. But it seems like they're trying to sweep it under the rug. I don't know why. I don't know why.
I was systematically recruited, trafficked across this great nation.
We were groomed, we were manipulated, and we were taken advantage of. We will not stop or give up, and we will be on the front lines of this battle.
By show of hands, who's satisfied at this point, up to this day, with the current administration's reaction to the Epstein case? No one is satisfied.
History is watching, and so are the women who will come after us.
We matter now. We are here today, and we are speaking, and we are not going to stop speaking.
I'm Lindsay Davis here on Capitol Hill, where today Jeffrey Epstein accusers and survivors talk very publicly about their very private stories. We're here to talk to them and hear what they'd like to see happen now.
To those in power, hear us clearly. Do your job.
Survivors asking lawmakers to unseal files related to the federal investigation into Epstein, a convicted sex offender who died in jail in 2019.
Epstein was not just a serial predator. He was an international human trafficker.
Standing shoulder to shoulder in solidarity with a simple goal of justice and the truth exposed.
Transparency is justice. Release the files, end the secrecy, and stand with us in declaring that no one, no billionaires, no politicians, not world leaders, is above the law.
From Florida to New Mexico to New York City, even the UK. These brave women say they were exploited by Epstein all over the globe. But their unifying mission brings them together here in the nation's capital with a group of lawmakers.
We're here not as partisans, we're here as patriots. I hope my colleagues are watching this press conference. I want them to think, what if this was your sister? What if this was your daughter? This is not a hoax. This is...
That's all I said. Just imagine that was your daughter. Or that was your cousin. You know?
You would describe it as weird.
You know, it's weird because it wasn't like he raped me, but he like...
When you were 14.
I didn't go in there thinking that it was going to end up like this. He was a brain surgeon and he had connections with, you know, Victoria's Secret. So I thought that if I just played along, that I wouldn't be this immigrant from Brazil, you know, and that I would have something to look forward to, you know?
Wow.
Over time, how much money would you say you got from Jeffrey Epstein?
I don't know. But I definitely, you know, I used to see him 2-3 times a week. You know, that's almost $900, $1,000, right?
Did he ever ask you to bring your friends or recruit?
He did, eventually. He did. But he definitely didn't want anybody older than 18. 17 was really a cutoff line for him.
In 2008, about 1 year after she last saw Epstein, Marina was approached by the FBI about their case on Epstein and spoke to a lawyer that she says Epstein provided.
I went to his office. When I got there, I was like, should I say the truth? Like, should I be honest? He was like, you need to be very honest. You need to be very honest about everything. You need to speak the truth. So how am I going to speak the truth if Jeffrey hired this lawyer for me and he's the abuser of many women, right? So I did speak the truth because he told me to. And I left and he's like, we'll be in touch. I don't remember him calling. I just remember it going away. Just like it never happened.
Nothing ever happened.
Nothing. I really thought he was going to be scared and stop because I got subpoenaed and he almost went to jail.
When did you realize that your testimony was so critical, leading ultimately to Epstein's arrest?
It didn't hit me until yesterday.
It took years after Marina Lacerda's initial contact with the FBI for Epstein to be arrested. When did you realize that your testimony was so critical, leading ultimately to Epstein's arrest?
I think recently, you know, I didn't know that, you know, I just found out that I was victim number one. I had no idea, to be honest with you. You know, a lot of the things I think that were supposed to be protected, you know, in 2007, 2008, it didn't happen with the FBI. So I think my name just got thrown around everywhere, and I didn't know that. So I didn't find out until now, and I'm still trying to process that, to be honest with you.
You and I were discussing earlier, you have a young daughter. Have you shared any of your story with her?
I had to tell her because I'm out here speaking, and I ran away from it in 2008. I ran away from it in 2019. there's nothing in life that stays under the sun. It always comes out to light. So I did tell her, and that was tough. But she's so little and so naive. She's like, she's like, Mom, you're such a badass. I'm sorry, give me a minute. Oh, sure.
Do you think that the Epstein files should be released to the public?
Absolutely. Absolutely. I think we are all.
This is another young lady that was taken advantage of by Jeffrey Epstein. They're making a big deal about the Bad Bunny concert, but here's another victim. They just want justice done. And I hope they do get justice.
To that point, from what you do know about Jeffrey Epstein, do you think he committed suicide?
Of course not.
So you think that was...
Of course not. Why would he? He probably would have gotten off.
Hey roommates, it's your girl Tembi, and today...
How he got my contact information.
So it was just out of nowhere, you were just getting these phone calls?
I'm not quite sure exactly how he got my contact information to begin with. That's not easy.
This is another woman that was taken advantage of by Jeffrey Epstein. And there are multiple, there are so many women out there that this man has affected. So I'm just waiting for the arrest of the people who was involved with this man.
Fine though.
Right. Especially not at that time either. Without social media, things of the sort, like to be calling you, getting your phone, your phone number and all this stuff.
I'm sure it was from the other girl.
Yeah.
And so, it was about 4 months went by. And then one day, Jeffrey called me. And he said, "Hey, Lisa, it's Jeffrey.
He was very manipulative too.
That you're
Very manipulative.
a Ford model." And I said, "Yeah." And he was like, "Well, I'm really great friends with Katie Ford. And she owns the Ford modeling agency." I'm like, "I know." And he's like, "Well, I told her about you and she would love to meet with you." And so, to my...
Yeah.
Oh, it gets worse than this. It gets worse than this. But what blows my scruples away is that they talk about investigating Bad Bunny for a Super Bowl performance, but you have multiple women that have allegations, serious allegations, about people who was working with Jeffrey Epstein and what they went through. But you want to investigate Bad Bunny. And the people that's investigating Bad Bunny don't even know Spanish. You don't even understand what he's saying. And I know Spanish, a little bit. And what I heard from Bad Bunny, the only thing he wanted to do was bring people together. And being proud of his culture. That's all. He wasn't being disrespectful. He wasn't giving nobody the finger. He wasn't disrespectful to women or anything. Now, I'm not a Bad Bunny fan. I mean, as far as his music, I think, for this new generation stuff, y'all may like that type of music, but he's good. He's a good performer. I'm not taking nothing away from him. But me personally, he would not be somebody that I would pay and go see it, buy a ticket to go see, because that's not my type of music. Because me, I'm an OG. There's certain type of music The type of music that I was brought up on, they don't make that type of music today. The moral of the story is that there are bigger problems out there in the world. Big problems. Big problem. And you know what? I'm holding back. I'm not there's certain things that he did that I can't even mention on YouTube. I'm trying to keep this live as clean as possible. There's some things I let slide through because there's a very high possibility that this video could be demonetized. Especially what he did to the other girl that was 14 years old. That is just freaking sick. And my heart goes out to all these females, man. But it gets worse. This is just the icing on the cake. There's a lot more files coming out. I read, oh man, oh my God. Some of the files that I did read, I was like, oh my gosh. Listen to this lady.
Thinking at the time, I was just like, wow, maybe he's not a bad guy. Maybe I'm overreacting.
A wolf in sheep clothing. That's what he was.
He probably is the good guy like the other girl said he was.
He used your ambition to control you in a sense. Yeah.
Absolutely. And it's what I had told him on the island that was my main goal. And he got me in that way because that week I went to go meet with Katie Ford at Ford Models. You know, beautiful office in Soho on Green Street. It was a big dream of mine at the time. It was what I was working towards. And I met with Katie and she said,
yeah, you're right. Yeah, people in jail that didn't commit. Yeah.
So at that time, are you thinking he made my dreams come true? I should stay in contact, or was that he made my dreams come through? Thank you, and you move on. Did you continue?
See, this is what these predators. This is what they do. They play games with your emotions. Okay, they let you. They tell you things that you want to hear. They kind of groom you. You know what I'm saying? And then manipulate you. Jeffrey Epstein was very good at manipulating people, manipulating these women. And you gotta understand, a lot of these women were very young. They were very young. They were, very young.
On like a connection with him at that point?
No, not yet.
Okay.
I mean, naively, I thought, yeah, you did something bad to me. You're doing something nice for me. Thank you. That was going to be the end of it. You know, just stupidly thinking that way. When you get involved with somebody like that, they don't let you out of the circle.
Right.
So, I mean, I know this now. Mind you, I didn't know this then. I became a Ford model, but now we're finding out that Ford models had a lot to do with Jeffrey Epstein with the exchange of girls back and forth. Many model agencies did at that time. I only found that out really recently in the last year. Like, I didn't even put that together until more recently.
Do you know, from what you know, if that was like an active partnership in the sense of exchanging, or really business, just business? Is that clear to you at this time?
Well, I don't know. I mean, these girls are teenagers and early 20s, and this is a man in his 40s. So I don't think any person would think that it's business.
Right.
Right?
Yeah.
I mean, he didn't own an agency. He didn't really own Victoria's Secret. It was just something, I don't know why, grown women were sending young girls to him. And other men, obviously. But I'm finding out a lot more now.
Did you hear that? He actually had, this guy says he was trafficking so many people until he was having other people work for him to do his dirty work for him. That's what she just said. From what I heard, it goes into the hundreds, and he's been doing this a long time. Jeffrey Epstein has been manipulating, trafficking these girls for a very long time. But here it is, they got the whole focus on Bad Bunny performance at the Super Bowl halftime. It's just really just, oh my God, it's just really just stupid.
Okay. So he passed away, and you see that on TV, and how does that impact you at that point?
Well, when he passed away, it was a lot for me because I didn't really understand my relationship with him.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't really think about, any type of abuse at that time. I just thought about, well, I didn't think about anything.
Mm-hmm.
We'll just leave it at that.
Yeah.
I did not want to think about anything.
Mm-hmm.
When he died, I just knew there was something. My body was telling me there was something. I was having emotional breakdown. And at that time, there were other women that were speaking out, Virginia Giuffre and other survivors of Epstein.
Mm-hmm.
And so I just got in contact with them, and I just wanted to start understanding. I started reaching out to many girls that I knew back then at the time. What was going on, what was really happening. It took a while to really understand what was going on because women now are married, they have kids, they want to protect their, or they don't want to, a lot of them didn't even want to think about what happened to them. So, you have many that stay silent that I know, very dear to me, women now that stay silent, and there are ones that want to speak out, and they have maybe supportive partners who are like, yeah, speak out, you need to do this. It's something that happened to you, you need to own it. So I was just coming from that point of view. I didn't really have a supportive family, and the partner during that time who was sitting next to me when I saw the news that he had died on the TV right like that, and he saw me run into
To modern day, at some point, Jeffrey's arrested, they go through the trial, Ghislaine's sent to jail. Modern day, the government says they won't release the list, the client list for the sanity of the survivors. And you and some other survivors make a pop.
Wow, you hear that? They say they won't release the list. They won't release the list of the people that may have been involved with Jeffrey Epstein. Wow. I got one more thing I want y'all to hear about how deep the rabbit hole goes with this man have allegations on against him. Multiple allegations. Multiple allegations against him. Check this out.
You always know it's serious when your boy has to whip out the fancy mic, okay? And I'm gonna apologize in advance because you may never look at jerky the same way. I sure as hell don't. So remember how I told you that the devil and his friends use lots of food words constantly in emails in context that made no sense? Pizza party and cream cheese being top ones? Well, there was one food word that these people seem to obsess over more than any other one, and that was jerky. Now, this could just be because...
What he's talking about is some of the emails and the Epstein files about these special jerkies that they were talking about, okay?
Maybe he was a jerky enthusiast and just couldn't get enough of it. I don't know, rich people are weird sometimes. Well, let's read some of these examples together. How about we do that? All right, so this is from Francis Derby to who knows. Good day to you both. Just checking in to see if the jerky situation has been sorted out. Last we spoke, you plan to have rich beef FedEx to Paris. Just so we're all on the same page, the jerky is shelf stable and can travel without refrigeration. And then we have Karina Shuliak asking Francis, J.E. is asking to bring him more beef jerky on Friday. Are you also flying on Friday? If not, I would like to collect it from you and take with me on the plane. Now, we don't know who this is from, but it's to the devil. Jerky will be with me when I get to ISJ. I can come tomorrow and take care of white tuna if you'd like. Now, we don't know who this is from, but to the devil.
On the Epstein files, why is they talking about this jerky? Because they think it could be something else. I'm not going to mention it on YouTube, but they think it could be something else.
Again, Steve needs a 6 to 8 ounce portion of jerky. I gave you all the jerky we had, roughly 2 pounds, and it lasted only half the amount of time it was meant to. I felt it was more important for you to have the jerky, to eat during my time off. My plan is to make a batch before I leave for LSJ, and some of that will then go to Steve and the next to you at LSJ when I arrive. This one is from the devil to Steve Hansen. Hope you are feeling better. Did we analyze the jerky? Now, I'm not a big jerky guy, but do you normally analyze your jerky? Ready for this one? From Francis Derby, subject jerky. Just wanted to touch base about jerky. J.E. said he was going to start eating regular food again. Regular food again. So he might be eating less jerky. That said, he has 6 bags of it in the downstairs freezer for the next trip. Is beef jerky not considered regular food? And do you normally freeze it? I actually have no idea. Delicious lunch, beef jerky. He would get pissed when he didn't have any. Hundreds of these emails about jerky. This I thought was super odd. It's a picture of jerky. It was in the files. The FBI thought it important enough to take a photo of just one piece. But if...
Why would the FBI take a photo of a piece of jerky? Y'all see what I'm getting at here? They think the jerky may have been some other stuff going on there in that island.
That's not weird enough. That picture and file is no longer on the DOJ website. They deleted it. It's just jerky. Now, you might be wondering, who is Francis Derby? Because I thought the same thing. Well, not only was he Epstein's personal chef, he also owned an exclusive tiny little restaurant in New York City called The Cannibal.
You hear that? It's called The Cannibal. So you know what I'm talking about, what they think, what else that he was doing over there on that island. Just put 2 and 2 together.
You not. Francis was even featured on Hallmark's YouTube channel. The video's still up, where he showcases how to make his famous cannibal burger.
We're back with Chef Francis Derby. He's the executive chef of Cannibal.
All right, this is where I lean on you guys. Am I nuts, or are you seeing and reading what I'm seeing and reading?
The moment the Super Bowl ended.
You hear that? That's how deep this goes. This is how deep these Epstein file goes. All right, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed this live. Hope y'all got something out of it. Anybody got any more questions before I end this live stream tonight? I just hope the women in the Epstein files get justice. The people that are responsible should be held accountable for what they did. Please hit that like button. Please subscribe to my channel. I would really appreciate it. Is you guys still there? Hello? Anybody there? Marcus, you still there? You guys real quiet. Okay, you still here. Okay. All right. Yeah, man. Yep, this goes really deep. Okay. Marcus, he's there. He just said 100. Thanks, Marcus. Thank you, sir. Thank you for your gifts, Marcus. Thank you very much, brother. I hope you guys enjoyed this live tonight. Let's keep the victims of the Epstein people that was affected by him in our prayers and hope that these women will bring these people to justice. And I hope the Department of Justice will release more files and create more subpoenas and arrest, these people that was partially involved in this with Jeffrey Epstein, okay? Thank you very much so much for the gifts, Marcus. Thank you, sir. Okay? And I'll be back on to do another live again. If anything comes up, I will be back on here again. Like I said, everybody hit that like button, subscribe to my channel, hit the like button, hit the like, please. Thank you very much. God bless you all. I love you all very much. Thanks for coming on tonight. And I will be back on as soon as possible, okay? And I am getting ready to go back to Colombia again in May. And I keep y'all posted for that, okay? All right, y'all stay safe now. And travel safely out there, okay? Be careful. Peace, my brothers and sisters. Love you all. Thank you.